Yeah, something's going around right now. People are getting sick, and like my roommate right now, shout out Mike, poor Mike, he's very sick.
Oh
So
no.
his girlfriend is very sweetly over at our place taking care of him, and very nice, very sweet. My girlfriend is also sick now, and this morning she was like, Joffrey, like, can you get me some chicken noodle soup? I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go record this podcast.
No.
I mean, you could ask Mike's girlfriend if you
Listen,
want to take care of you, but
I honestly, I low key resonate with you because
you're also a bad boyfriend.
yeah. My
I do
girlfriend-
feel so guilty. I'm like, I'm sorry. I made her a PB and J. That's
Bruh.
all I had time for. And
I
then-
Uber Eats my girlfriend food all the time. I'm like, why do you want? One of us has to be alive to make money to heal the other one, and you want? No, my girlfriend does that. But I think my girlfriend gets sick just to come and hang out at my house. She's like, you got working heat.
Yeah.
I'm shivering. I gotta come. I'm like, oh, girl.
Plus, you're making money, so that helps you be a better boyfriend. I'm like, I can't Uber Eats. I'm like I could Uber Eats you some love or something, but I can't afford to eat out. Send you eating out
No,
food.
that's when if you can't afford it, you got to get sick with her. That's
That's
the
what's
only
gonna happen.
That's the only free thing you can do.
All right. Let's start the show.
Wagwan.
All right, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to KAWPS, the podcast, your weekly anti-propaganda police news podcast. I will come up with a better log line eventually, but
it's not so dorky. Cops be doing fuck shit.
There you
and
go.
We out here calling
There you
it
go.
out. You think it's been real sleepy on all the cop news. We've solved police brutality, like police reform has happened, but it ain't. Shit's still fucked up, and we here to tell you about it. So
yeah,
thanks for
why
listening.
not get all that horrific news from two comedians?
Yeah, let us filter it and feel that pain.
All right, that being said, let's get on with the headline roundup. These are some of the police-related headlines from the last week in the United States. Starting out, cops in Illinois shoot a man experiencing a mental health crisis 28 times. R.I.P. Timothy Glaze.
Cop in New Mexico charged with murder for shooting a teenager 20 times. R.I.P. Elijah Hadley.
Cop in Mississippi goes on a car chase that causes 3 deaths. R.I.P. Jacqua Blewett, Angela Davis, and Michael Crutcher.
Cops in New Mexico shot an unarmed man.
Cop in Hawaii is charged with domestic violence.
Cop in Nevada is charged with domestic violence.
Cop in San Antonio is charged with domestic violence.
Cops in New Mexico is charged with domestic violence.
Cop in California is charged with domestic violence.
Hey, a cop in New York is charged with domestic violence.
Cop in California is charged with sexual assault.
Cop in New Jersey is charged with sexually assaulting a minor.
Cop in Colorado is charged with child abuse.
Cop in Ohio harasses and assaults a waitress.
Cop in South Carolina is arrested for child porn.
Cop in Mississippi convicted of child porn.
Cop in California convicted of sexually assaulting 9 female inmates.
Cop in Ohio assaults a father who called 911 to save his son.
Cop in New York handcuffed an innocent 11-year-old girl.
And cop in Texas assaults the parents of Uvalde school shooting police. Victims.
Woo!
Yeah. Goddamn. That was just this week. Cops,
That
y'all had a
was-
busy week.
that
Damn.
was last
Did you
week.
do any police work? Did you solve any crimes with it? Or was it just like fucked up shit out there? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they did. The people in the comments
No,
are
yeah,
always
yeah,
like,
yeah.
why don't you report on all the
Yeah, I know,
times
yeah,
that cops didn't molest a kid?
That's-
I'm like,
yeah, that-
I don't know.
That's
I guess I didn't
very
see that headline.
My uncle's a cop and he didn't molest a kid this week. All right. I guess the bar's pretty. All right.
Woo! All right. Well, that's the headline roundup of the week, and now we're gonna dive into some different stories that didn't make the headline roundup, but were from. These are all from last week, or at least very recently. Starting out, we are reading from NBC Philadelphia. Collindale police officer Kevin Darden was sworn in on Sunday, January 12th, during ongoing staffing shortages in the borough. Then, just days later, on Thursday, January 16th, it was revealed that charges were filed against Officer Darden for an incident in April of 2023 where he is accused of aiming a gun at another driver. Officer Durden stepped down from his position on Thursday night. So that makes that officially a 4-day career at Carlingdale.
From what day to what?
It was from Sunday to Thursday.
Damn, grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what you call efficiency. I mean, come on. What did y'all do last week? This man had an entire career at a police department. So, to summarize some of what this article goes into, we're going to read from the official complaint lodged against this police officer. He was a police officer at the time he was off duty, but basically it was a road rage incident involving him and a dump truck driver, and he ends up pulling his gun out and pointing it out the window towards this dump truck driver. And here I'll be reading from the complaint.
Wait, a dump truck driver?
A dump truck
he got
driver.
mad at the trash. At a trash man?
At a trash man.
Waste management?
Waste management.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You got problems.
These are some of the few public servants, government officials that everyone is generally on board
Yeah,
with.
you firing at your own people. That's if you're going to shoot, never mind.
Do not insult garbage men by
right,
this way.
all right.
That's saying they're their own people. Now, this is from the complaint. The dump truck driver told the responding trooper that he had heard a loud bang, and he thought was a gunshot. He said that he felt threatened and was scared. Later that same day, Officer Darden called Caruso Construction and complained about the dump truck driver.
He's a Karen, too? That's crazy. That's crazy. He's also... all right.
He is. Isn't that crazy? Darden said he was going to the business to file a complaint. So he went and complained. He was just a few hours ago on the road shooting at a driver, fucking Paul Walker style, and he complains. He's on the phone, one gun out the window, the other in his phone, like, hey,
Can I speak to the manager?
is this the Better Business Bureau? I want to complain about this man's driving. He is weaving in and out of my bullets, and I just need to file an official complaint. So going on with this official complaint, the trooper said in the complaint document that when he met Darden at the that's when he met Darden was at the construction yard. Darden was working as a police officer at Cheney University when this incident happened. He agreed to have his Charger searched as well as getting tested for gunshot residue. The trooper seized Darden's department-issued Glock 17 and his cell phone. He was arrested. Darden is now facing simple assault, harassment, and terroristic threats.
It's so funny. At the end there, he was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Search me. And then the trooper searched him. He was like, dog, you guilty as hell. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Why did you let me search you?
This was probably some like thin blue line type shit. You know, he was like, why don't you go ahead and search my car? Wink. You're under arrest. What the?
What the fuck?
That's not supposed to happen.
Bro, was the driver of the truck, was he like on the back like the trash dude?
Dude, that's a good question.
Was he like riding back and the dude was like, bitch? Was this how Michael Bay heavy was this action scene? No, that's crazy. Goddamn. And he's still working at the police department, or no? That's why he got fired.
That's why. This is why he resigned. So these charges, I think, were finally brought on officially.
Okay. And
so he resigned on his 4th day of his new job at this new department. So, continuing, here's a little twist into the story. So, he resigned as I just mentioned. Now, going back to the article, this is the second time. Oh, sorry. The article is now describing this quote that was released from the department that he just resigned from. This is the quote from the department. This is their statement. This is the second time in recent memory that a black officer selected to serve in our borough has faced sudden legal action shortly after their appointment. This pattern echoes historical examples of resistance to integration within public institutions, such as the opposition to diversifying police forces during the mid-20th century. It is a reminder that systemic barriers to progress remain entrenched in some areas, and these challenges undermine civilian trust in governance and the judicial system. Our community deserves better. better transparency, better cooperation among institutions, and better accountability for those
Bro,
charged.
the police department's woke. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening in
Dude, they're
America?
playing the race
What
card.
the fuck is happening? The police department's woke?
Yeah, dude.
What? Did they say systemic oppression? What?
I want to see this. The police officer making this. I want to see the police officer making this statement with his Punisher tattoo, his thin blue line tattoo, and his "hate has no home here" tattoo.
That is crazy. That is not. Yo, I can't believe that's like how bad liberalism has like watered down like a radical language. You got police departments out here being like, do the work. Okay, it's time to do the work.
Dude, anyone can be woke. It's easy to be woke now.
That's fucking insane. Oh my. That's like, wow. All right. That's new. Like, what else? What is the woke police? All right.
Y'all are ignoring the most victimized by systemic racism in this country, the police.
I mean,
Black Lives Matter. Have y'all even thought about that? Have y'all even considered that?
You thought this was a riot shield? No. This is an ally shield, all right? This right here, I beat her head to a pulp with this ally shield. That's fucking all right. Well, we're starting off 2025 strong. That's confusing as hell.
And just the implications of like this statement is so hilarious because like what he's implying is that the reason why this dump truck driver lodged this complaint about this off-duty cop who fired a gun at him while driving was because he just hates the idea of an integrated police department.
It's also that's hilarious to one for that, but also it's crazy to think about that this police department is like racism is wrong. Anyway, here's a cage full of black people. We got anyway, don't ask us about that cage full of black people we got back there. What the fuck are you talking about?
But you know what? I'm gonna be real, and this might be too real for this podcast, for this audience, but I would bet if you really take everything into account, I mean, there's probably a point to be made of, I mean, black cops would face racism in in any job, and I bet probably black cops do get in trouble for this type of shit for white cops. I think it was Martin Luther King who said that I have a dream that one day black cops could get away with the same crimes that white cops are allowed to get away with.
That is equality. That's what we trying to fight for.
I'm saying racism probably is a part of this.
100%.
It's just that when it comes to racism, it's not the highest priority of what we need to be dealing with is what cops are allowed to get away with.
When we're fixing the systemic issues of racism, this will be the last area we get into.
Dude, very last.
It's just crazy. It's crazy because it feels like they're like 2 steps away from being like, there is a 2-tier justice system. It's like, nigga, you're almost there. You're almost there, dude. What the fuck is going on? No, I feel like the only black cop we could fuck with is Chris Dorner. But, was he a cop? I can't remember.
I think he was ex-military.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, shit. Well, R.I.P.
Yeah, I have his poster with his fatigues on in my room, so I look at them every day.
He looks like one of our good friends. That's what
I know who you're talking about.
Every time I see his face, I think, I'm like, you have a face of a good man, of a legend.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, we don't approve of what Christopher Dorner did, and I don't actually have his poster in my room.
People.
That was a joke.
Jokes.
Sometimes I get scared of the internet. But anyways,
stop being scared, nigga. Fuck me. I mean, I'm just kidding. I got a job. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But okay, so this story continues. Article continues. Now we're gonna hear Officer Darden's statement. So this police officer who has been wronged by America. So the article says, during his phone call with NBC 10 on Friday, Darden explained that he didn't mention the April 2023 incident while he was in the interview process with Collingdale because he didn't think he did anything wrong. He did say that he shared with the police chief his employment history, including that he had been fired from 3 other police departments. He said that the firings were all racially motivated.
Oh, okay. When you get fired, it's racially motivated. Not because you shot at a...
Exactly, dude.
Oh, let me guess. Y'all firing me because I'm black and not because I shot.
Yeah. Oh, you're upset because you were shot in the stomach by a black man.
Okay, that's what you mad at, because I'm a black cop that shot you.
I love that he said that. Look. I didn't bring up that one particular incident because I didn't do anything wrong there, but I did mention these other 3 times I got fired, which seems to imply that he did do something wrong those other 3 times. He was like, "Oh no, they nailed it those 3 times." You know, I don't want to go into those, but this was bullshit. This time where I shot a gun at a dump truck driver.
Maybe that's why he thought he could like snitch on that garbage truck dude. He was like, "Oh, you just get reassigned to another garbage place, right? Isn't that how it works?"
No, exactly. He thinks every job is like being a cop.
You lose your job and then you get a higher paying one after. Like, that's how it works. You know, you get fired for running over a kid, and then you just get shipped over to like Charlottesville, and then you
I used to be a teacher, dude. If I got fired from 3 other teaching jobs, I'd have to move to a different country to be a teacher.
Bro, there's so many police departments. You could honestly commit every crime in the book before you run out of like.
If I got fired as a teacher for firing a gun at one of the custodians, I don't think I would get another job in the country.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I've gone to some pretty bad schools.
You know what? You're right. This country has a lot of problems besides just the police.
Listen, hearing a teacher fired or a janitor is not something that's like...
Yeah.
It's in my world somewhere. It ain't happened, but I can hear that being something that happens.
Yeah. At the school that I worked at, there was a fight involving a teacher and the student, and the teacher won the fight, and he came back to work the next week. They were like, "Hey, that was a good fight."
He's like, I'm handing out A's and hands. What are we can,
yeah, you took you got an F and you took an L.
No, what's crazy is my school we had a school-wide fight in Memphis at Central High School, junior year. Right at lunch.
You called that a brawl or a riot? Was it more of a brawl or more of a riot?
It was like the final level to Grand Theft Auto. I don't know how to explain it. It was one of the most chaotic things. There wasn't a fire, but it felt like there was a fire somewhere happening. It was so chaotic. I'll just never forget. It's a school-wide fight. Like we had 2 lunches, A lunch, B lunch. This happens in between the shift from A to B lunch.
Yeah.
And
it's a dangerous time.
And literally, as it's going on, I'm talking. There was like this 5'4" teacher. He always wore suits. This little tiny guy, just skinny, tiny, always wore suits too big for him, flying in the air. I just remember seeing him flying in the air, and I'm like, I walk outside. I walk outside the school, and I look back, like I'm outside. I look back, and I just see chaos, fucking bodies. It just looks like a Jerry Springer episode, but with children. And I look to my right, and my brother's right next to me. And I'm like, nigga, what are you doing outside? And he's like, nigga, they fighting in there. And we just walked home after that. We were like, we should go home. Yeah. This is crazy.
That's early dismissal day.
Yeah, we were like, and then the next day, it was just a true mess. I'm not even...
At the school that I taught at, that was like a thing that people like didn't talk about. Like that the year before I was hired there, it was basically that, a school-wide brawl, right, where the principals were getting attacked as well, and I would hear whispers about it, and the teachers were like, "Yeah, we don't talk about that."
Literally, I could feel that be like a historic moment that's just like in history. Oh, you missed the great fucking calamity of 2008. Literally, it like rocked the administration at school. People, half the administration left, all because the kids was beating they ass. And I was just like, thank God I'm not getting my ass whooped right now.
Yeah.
They only whoop it. It was like, what was it, Lord of the Flies type shit, where the kids were taking over. Is that what happened?
That's Lord of the Flies, yeah.
Okay.
And I understand you leaving your teaching job. I understand you saying, you know what, I'm actually going to abandon the children. I'm actually going to fuck the future. I'm out of here.
And to be fair, I'll get this over quick. To be fair to those kids, one of the also craziest things I've ever seen from that same body of students was in English class. This kid named Freddie. It's English class. I'll never forget. He got stabbed. Kid just stabs him, and Freddie, he took it like a G. He went, I'll see you next period. And he walked out. He walked out of class. And it was the most gangster thing I think I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I was like, what?
See you in algebra, motherfucker.
He literally went, he held it and went, I'll see you next period. And walked out. And my teacher was like, what the fuck is it? It was...
That's terrifying.
That shit stuck with me.
It's going to stick with me, too.
But moving on.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on.
Oh, next story. That's on me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had Christopher Dorner's picture. Just staring. All right, next up, we got from the Daily Mail, a New York police sergeant who raked in over $200,000 last year has been suspended for allegedly stealing $15 in cough medicine. Damn, dog. Sergeant,
it's crazy the consequences cops do and do not receive.
You got suspended?
It makes no sense.
That is dramatic as hell. Yeah. Damn, nigga, you can choke out this black guy, but stealing cough medicine, that is fucking not, you will not take the name of this goddamn police department. Yeah, Sergeant Raina Madho, was suspended without pay by the NYPD after she was arrested on Saturday night in Nassau County on Long Island, the New York Daily News reported. The 41-year-old was charged with two counts of petty larceny for 2 incidents on December 7th and November 24th at a Target store in Valley Stream. Now, if I could be of little, it's fuck the police, but also them niggas do lock up everything behind. I'm kind of impressed. The fact that she was able to steal anything without having to summon 3 employees who can put their hand over like a fucking, it's just everything's locked up. How the fuck did she steal? But yeah, apparently Madhow is accused of stealing Zarbee's cough syrup and Ricola cough drops, which sell for $9.99 and $4.99 respectively. Damn.
This is what happens when cops don't wear masks.
Yeah.
They get sick and now they're pulling off cough syrup heists.
Well, the quickness in the which fucking cops go from criminal, they just turn. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type shit. Dude. These motherfuckers just like, I'm here to protect and serve, unless there's some stealing that can be afoot.
Yeah, dude.
Unless I can steal. Like, they turn so quickly.
Dude, they literally are playing Grand Theft Auto during their days.
And the crazy part is, I would like. If you wasn't a cop, nigga, I'd be totally on your side right now. Mm-hmm. Cough syrup, medicine. That's how fucked up this goddamn healthcare industry is.
She's a sergeant, make it over $200K a year. It's like she must either be like stealing constantly or I don't even know. It's
is
just
it a case
so
of narcolepsy?
Silly.
Is it like that? Is it narcolepsy?
No, that's sleep. It's fuck. Ronnie, what is it called? It starts with a K. Kleptomania. Yeah, maybe the security guard had narcolepsy, but
officer suspended for going to sleep on that. I mean, that's also all right, Officer Mr. Bean, well, damn. I feel like part of me is like, it's such a petty crime, but you out here. How did you get? Who snitched?
She's just bad at stealing, I guess.
That is like how you didn't learn from nobody. You've thrown in jail. That's crazy. I'm just like confused at how they got caught. Well, all right.
Crime's not for everyone.
Clearly, I mean, like, I would feel bad, but like, I wonder if the cop, she probably has cop brain. I'm surprised she went and got medicine for it. I'm pretty sure there's little thugs attacking my immune system. I got an officer calling back up. I tried to shoot the officer down. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But, all right.
Keep going. Wait, there's more to the article.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Whoa, wow. Okay, Matt, this is what he wanted me to mention.
This is what I'm waiting on.
She's part of the Desi Society. That's what you want me to bring up?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
she's part of the Desi Society, the NYPD, an NYPD group that represents South Asian heritage.
Oh,
so I love how if you live in New York, we all know how adorably diverse the NYPD is. Like, we got auntie cops. We literally got 40-year-old Indian ladies patrolling our streets in New York and being the exact stereotype of an auntie. Like, this is what people would imagine.
Aunties out here stealing?
No, they're stealing. They're stealing cough medicine. They're stealing Vicks Vapor Rub for their kids at home.
That's some auntie.
That's the definition.
That's some respectable auntie thieving shit
of a corrupt auntie out here on the force.
Hey, just put that in your bag. Hell yeah, aunt. I support that. Yeah. Just take the badge off.
It's just the perfect stereotype. She's out here like extorting Indian grocery stores.
You make her sound cute as hell, but she just gotta have that like murder machine attached to her fucking.
Well, there is another story of her planting marijuana on someone and arresting them. So she's not totally innocent.
Well, I see here also, she's appeared in 5 different civil lawsuits that settled for a total of $161,000. According to 50a.org. According to Gothamist, one of those cases involved footage of her throwing a pill bottle in a car while her partner arrested motorist Abdul Pulliam in 2015. So she also threw pills in somebody's car?
Mm-hmm. Well, there was marijuana in the pill bottle.
Oh, okay. His lawyer said that the video clearly had... Okay.
On a man named Abdul. So this feels like brown on brown crime. But she seems like she's got a lot going on up here.
Bruh. And then it's like how much money they spend, like $161,000 to settle out of court. But $9 cough syrup is like where shit gets like, yo, she's causing real problems to society.
I kind of agree with that last police department. There's a problem with racism. Yeah, why can't black and brown cops do shit?
Yo, this is, all right. Shout out to the aunties, though.
Shout out to the aunties.
I fuck with that part of the story. I fuck with the thieving aunties.
All right, up next, to continue with the theme of the episode. Next, this is I'm just going to read the headline from Syracuse.com. An upstate New York police officer, I got to really land on this. An upstate New York police officer trainee is fired after 3 days following an arrest on child porn. Yes. That is what you call a police officer speed run.
Ew. Oh, my God. Every time you say child porn.
We say child porn a lot on this podcast.
I know. I'm like,
dude, the amount of research I do on child porn, I'm worried about myself.
If you weren't already,
I type it in Google multiple times a week.
It's crazy because you are most certainly already on the FBI watch list. Now you are definitely on like a sex offender registry.
I try to find ways to search about cops. I mean, if you listen to this podcast, every week cops are busted for child porn.
I know. We got to find.
It's like a thing.
Maybe we should.
That isn't talked about enough. But that means every week I'm Googling.
Child porn?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Draw for con.
It's not just child. I'm not Googling just those two words.
That's clip it.
Cop arrested, cop convicted, but
maybe we should abbreviate. Maybe, do like the Gen Z's TikTok,
Child corn?
No, be like CP, or something. I don't know. Can't spell cop without it.
I just hope the FBI agent who's watching my Googles is just like, we'll get him on something else.
That is, yeah. I mean,
don't get me after that. Don't get me from that.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it. I'm just doing research, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
No, that one you. If there's anybody in my life that I know is being entire social media and there's an entire neural network of Jafar Khan.
Yeah.
Like in every database and list, they can recreate you and that it's you for sure.
Yeah. When I die, I'll be able to survive because of the AI.
Because of the AI consciousness that they have. This nigga's going to be able to be uploaded like some cyberpunk shit.
All right, let's go on to...
No, first off, I feel like I want my joke to be appreciated.
All right.
We said we're going to abbreviate to CP. Child porn.
Mm-hmm.
Can't spell CP.
Without cop.
All right, we can move on.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke. Well, I'll give you your flowers.
Listen, I need this, all right? I need this, all right? When I do a joke, I need you to hear it, okay? I don't need you to move on. No, I'm just kidding.
Good job, Ashton.
Oh, I got to read the next story. Hold on.
Yeah. You make your little jokes, but there's work to do as well.
All right. But child porn CP, can't spell it. Anyway, speaking of child porn, no,
this is a serious.
This is a serious. Oh, god damn it!
Yeah. This is the worst part of the podcast, is transitioning in and out of the serious stuff.
Sad stories, guys. Remember, we have fun here, but also fucked up shit happens, and so we're gonna go to Chicago, where another fucked up story happens, where police fatally shot a man 28 times in an apartment building. Timothy Glaze, 58, was killed Friday at about 2:10 a.m. at the Albany Terrace Seniors apartment in the Little Village neighborhood. Charlotte Pritchett said Glaze was her boyfriend and he was staying with her in the 6th floor apartment. She added that Glaze was battling cancer. She said she decided to call 911 when his demeanor changed and his eyes started to glaze over. CPD officers said when they arrived at the apartment, Glaze had a knife and advanced at officers. Police officers shot him multiple times. He later died at the hospital. Glaze's family said they were told Glaze had 28 wounds. Now Pritchett and Little Village community activists are questioning Chicago police officers' use of lethal force rather than nonviolent de-escalation tactics. Yeah, damn. They go on to say this is the type of thing that happens in our community when we are having a bad day, or we can't have a bad day, and if we are having a bad day, we might get killed, which is real. Yeah, real. It's like, when you read, it's easy for somebody to hear a story and be like, oh, he had a knife coming at him. And then which completely just ignores all the millions of dollars we spend on military gear, all the equipment we have to handle every single scenario, but always somehow comes down to just shoot, bang, bang, every single time. You got your tasers, you got all these tools for de-escalation, all these non-lethal tactics. You see a mentally ill man with a knife, which has to be a common occurrence. Like, how they're not like.
I mean, there's so many factors here. Like, this was an elderly sick man. They were called because of basically a mental health check, a wellness check. So they're going into a senior living apartment. So they're entering a senior living apartment for an old man who's cancer stricken, who requires mental health aid, and this is their response is to, he was standing there with a knife. He needs, and they shoot him 28 times.
It's just you would think there's like other tactics of like, not just other tactics. You would like, I'm assuming in my little pea brain that this is the type of stuff you're supposed to, even though like there's like statistics where it's like most cops they don't what's like the percentage of like cops that actually use their gun and have to like get into violent crime?
It's very low. I know that there's a statistic that cops on average spend 4% of their time dealing with violent crime.
But I feel like the problem with that is like now they only know how to handle violent crime when they're like they don't know how
their training is all about violent crime.
Their training is all violent crime, but they don't know how to handle like a mental health episode. And like, yes, you're a cop, you're putting your life on the line, and someone's having a mental health episode, which is happening across the country. Of course, they're going to have a weapon. I know those are dangerous situations. Of course, you guys should have some form, and I know, and not you guys should have. I know you have non-lethal tactics. I know you have ways to take people down if you want to take them alive. A knife versus how many cops were there? It was like
there was a lot of cops.
Tons of cops. 28. How many times they shot him? 28 times
wounds.
For a 58-year-old man, cancer stricken. There's no like it.
It's a perfect example of what people mean when they say defund the police. Like if we were funding social workers to show up there, they are not going to shoot him 28 times.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like that with the social worker element. I'm being real. You need social workers, and I think you need somebody there for safety because
of course,
person being there with a person.
But you don't need a militarized force showing up who only know this is all they know.
And how many people? And this might not be the scenario. This is just like, how many people do you think? Why I'm confused at why cops aren't trained for this is because how many people do you think, as sad as people are in this country, try to die by suicide by cops? How many people do you think are calling like, fuck it, today's the day, and if that they're not, the cops aren't willing to even think that, oh, this person's calling us to come in their lives. They're just like, yeah, you're asking us to, they just jump to the, oh, you want us to kill us? Thank you. Now I'm not saying that's all.
Yeah,
that's not all cops. There are cops who don't. They don't. We know. Yeah. But I'm just saying, they're like, I would just think that maybe I think like these police chiefs and these cops and these surgeons and these apparently militarized minds have actual strategy. but it doesn't seem like there's no strategy being applied. You're doing all these military tactics, and it's all violent. It's just all different ways to kill people.
And you know, you can never take out the racial element of this. The neighborhood that this was in is a majority Mexican neighborhood, non-white neighborhood, and I think that's definitely a factor in their mentality of like the neighborhood they're going to. Like obviously with each individual case, we can't like make these assumptions, but generally like when these cops are going to, they know what neighborhood they're going into.
They act like they're going to war.
If they're going to the white suburbs, they, whether it's intentional or not, like it might not even be like, oh, these are nice white people. It might just be like, oh, we're not going into the dangerous place where people want to murder us, where people hate us. We're going to a place that to them feels like home, where this neighborhood is also home to a lot of people. You're literally going into a senior living facility. And this is how you approach the situation.
They went into, that's crazy. It is crazy the difference when cops go into white neighborhoods. They're like, leave the gun at home. We're going to go get some cupcakes. And then they go into like black and brown communities. They're like, suit up. It's time to dress up like War Machine, got fucking turrets on their shoulders and shit. And in a senior, like every week, they all do some shit that I'm like, cops are so bitch made. They're so bitch made. You shooting up senior, I get it's a man with a knife. I get that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and disassociate a sense of danger, but I am going to expect more of these hardened fucking just warriors who are supposed to be protecting and serving. I can't, like, I mean, I'm not equating these dudes to superheroes, but damn, I don't expect Superman to go in and just laser, like, just fucking laser him in the, problem solved. Like,
no, totally.
Oh, man, rest in peace, man. A cancer-stricken, like, how much, like, damn, dude. It's like they find the weakest person they could find and just fuck them up. It's just like, oh, you cancer-stricken 58-year-old man? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, R.I.P. Timothy Glaze. Let's move on. These next two we'll hit pretty quick, but this is kind of the theme of the second half of the episode. An Indianapolis cop gets charged with a Christmas Day DUI car crash and a botched attempt of a cover-up of said DUI car crash. So this is from Fox 25 in Indianapolis. Police were called around 7 p.m. on December 25th to the 9900 block of 206th Street in Noblesville for a car crash. There, crews found a silver 2020 Ford Explorer crashed into a rock and an AT&T cable box. The SUV was marked Cicero Police Department. So, detectives were like, okay, first clue.
That's funny.
Who could be behind this car crash? So, basically the cops, they arrived at this scene with a crashed cop car, but they didn't find a police officer. They instead found the wife, the person who was saying is the wife of the police officer, and she said she was driving because her husband, the cop, was drunk. And she said he was drunk, and also he's not here.
Shout out to a real ass bitch, dog. That's the type of what? What? I hope my girl's listening right now. You hear that?
Yeah.
When I'm drunk driving,
when Ashton
crashes a cop car that I stole, and you're in it, and I crash it into a hair salon or wherever the fuck they crash it into, and I walk out and they come and blame, you better take that charge. That's real. That's love. I fuck that. You telling a story of love right now.
I got tears in my eyes.
This is beautiful. Keep going. Keep going.
So she explained that he's not at the scene of the crash because he is currently taking a walk. You know how it goes. Yeah, you know how it goes when you weren't drunk driving, your wife was driving soberly, and you were in the passenger seat drunk, and y'all get in a car crash. You gotta go on that walk.
That's thug it out. You walk it off. That's a real nigga right there. I ain't going.
So investigators soon identified a witness to the car crash who had reportedly seen the SUV swerve off the road. The man said he saw the crash through the window of his home, which is about 200 feet from the cable box. The man said that minutes later he went outside to find a woman standing at the squad car's open passenger side door. He also described seeing a 6-foot-tall man get out of the driver's side door and walk west.
Damn.
Officials soon learned that the SUV was equipped with a dash camera that showed the interior of the crash. So detectives are like, okay, clue number 2 here. The video reportedly showed Ed in the driver's seat when the vehicle crashed. No one else is seen inside the car.
Damn.
So another to your point, a real ass wife, she wasn't even in the car. She dropped everything and made it there, made it to the scene.
She didn't even pick
She got there before the cops did.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to her. Damn, and they would have got away with it too if it wasn't for all the evidence,
All
witnesses,
the evidence.
and
Yeah, all the obvious evidence
clues
and logical facilities that human beings have.
Just the only thing contrary is there like
the witnesses
story,
and the
yeah.
video evidence and just
Damn, but shout out to that beautiful Hollywood. Write it.
yeah,
Get
we
on
got to
that.
be positive when we can on this show, and this is a very positive story.
Yeah, no, that's
let's go to the next one. This will be this will be a quick one.
All right, the next, let's go to Delaware Online News. The Clayton chief of police has been charged with driving under the influence after he replaced a former police chief who was, guess what, also charged with driving under the influence. Damn. He thought.
Damn, Delaware must suck, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right. Everybody has to look. You just, that's the only way you can get around here. Damn. They must think it's like he must have thought it was like a benefit. He's like, oh wait, so that's not one of the perks, like
Dude,
like Google offices.
Cops stay drinking and driving, dude. There was just 2 weeks ago, last Christmas, I think it was 4 cops in Staten Island got busted for DUI driving home from their precinct Christmas party.
Listen, damn it, if I just don't. Y'all made it a crime, nigga. You did that. You the what the fuck?
They got to drink. Cops are like, if you've seen the type of shit that I've seen, if you've been through what I've been through, you would have to drink too to drink to drink the pain away. Guys like, okay, but you're driving me to jail right now. Can you maybe drink when you get off? I'm scared. I just want to make it to jail safely, please.
That's crazy that he fired the guy for DUI. He replaced the guy for DUI.
Replaced the chief. This is the chief. Chief got fired for DUI. New chief gets fired for DUI.
You know how I wonder if that police department, it's like they get like a new, in Harry Potter, they have to always get like a new defense against the dark arts teacher. Or maybe that's what's happening at this police department. Each year something happened. Our defense against the dark arts teacher was fired because he was driving under the influence. I don't fucking.
Every cop car should be equipped with that little breathalyzer thing before they.
Right?
Before
they should have to take those bullshit ass.
There's a perp running away. They're like, oh fuck, I can't go in. Taxi.
Yeah.
Gets in. Follow that car.
Like,
blah.
yeah, if you get a DUI test, if they make you take a breathalyzer, you have to blow it, and then you go be like, your turn, just to make sure it's even. Make sure it's fair.
Yeah, dude.
All right?
Because if it cancels each other out, y'all can both
you can
just
walk
go
away.
home.
We can walk away even, baby. Hey, all right, no harm, no foul, man. They just crash into each other.
All right, now let's end this episode on a banger.
All right.
Now I've been waiting to talk about this story. This story is actually a few months old. This is from last year, but it's very relevant to all this news from this week, and I'm just excited to share this story. You might be, so we got a little theme going. So I'm reading here from The Guardian. This is a story from St. Louis. Chad Morris was closing up Bar PM. It's an establishment, him and his partner's drinking establishment. It's also a gay bar, when a police sport utility vehicle plowed into the front of the business. The 2 St. Louis Metro Police Department officers, in the middle of completing their rookie probationary period, were in the cruiser at the time of the wreck.
Oh, did they plow in like, boom, where the bros at? Where my dudes? We're here for the dude. No, dude, not like this.
Yeah, you could just park, bro.
Yeah, we have valet.
In a subsequent report cited by local news station KTVI, the cruiser's driver claimed he feared he was traveling too close to a parked car and overcorrected, leading to an accident.
Damn, see what happens when you try to be a hero? I was simply trying to be a hero to that parked car, and I end up running over 3 people.
But look, it said the SUV was driven by 2 cops on their rookie probationary period. And this is why they have those rookie probationary periods, so cops can learn how to get their bearings before they start plowing into gay bars in their local neighborhood.
That's crazy. It's
because they were startled by a parked car.
Was this them?
Look out! It's a parked car.
That's crazy. Were they trying to get like what were they doing? Like trying to get revenge for Stonewall? They're like, oh, you threw a brick? Well, I'm throwing a fucking car. Burr, burr. Like, oh shit. Fuck, dude, this is a little overkill.
So ridiculous.
Overkill.
What are you? Are you trying to start a business? It's already so hard. The overhead for a bar is already so high. So many challenges, so many things you got to deal with a gay bar. Shitty people in the neighborhood, homophobia. Now you got to deal with a damn police SUV crashing into the front.
Fucking Kool-Aid man. Hey man, what the fuck?
All right, so the story is far from over. Going back to the Guardian. The police then accused Morris, remember Morris is the bar owner, of confronting an officer who arrived shortly after the crash, hurling obscenities at him and shoving him in the chest. Police alleged that they told Morris he was under arrest, prompting him to run through a gate and push a trash can back as officers ultimately arrested him. An attorney for Morris vehemently denied the police's version of events, saying it was the officers who did the attacking. He challenged them to release all video of the confrontation that was captured by the officers' body-worn cameras. He showed reporters parts of a bystander video that did not capture any confrontation like the one described by the police.
Damn. So the dude had a normal reaction, and they arrested him?
It sounds like he was probably a little mad that they
plowed
a car into his business.
And so he was pissed. Why do the cop? We can't have reactions. Cops can have the most irrational fucking. Nigga, you drove a car into a business.
I can't raise my voice.
Sorry. I feel threatened. What the fuck? You don't deserve a badge or like a temporary driver's license. Like what? That's crazy. That's crazy. And they arrested him. Mm-hmm. That guy had a bad day. Mm-hmm. I think that's the case of Mondays.
Yeah, dude.
It's just like Monday.
Yeah. Oh, you got arrested. What happened? Oh, a cop rammed his car into my business. Now I'm in jail.
Yeah, we stopped putting knees on people's necks. We thought that was a little bit too violent. We replaced them with SUVs. We like to just...
Yeah, that's what you get for building your bar where my car swerved into, motherfucker. Yeah, it does. You're going to jail now.
It does sound like some action movie shit. We ran out of bullets. I got one more. I got an idea. Not all of them. Just gets in his car.
The fact that they crashed into a gay bar of all places, like cops already, we saw earlier, they tried to be woke, but they're not really known for their allyship, Yeah. I'm just imagining they're swerving back and forth. They're trying to keep control. They swerve over here. They're like, oh no, watch out! You're gonna swerve into a Hooters, a straight. Oh fuck! That swerve over here. Oh no, watch out! You're about to run into a trash can full of garbage. Oh no, innocent trash. Oh, it's a gay bar. That's fine.
Yeah.
And you got to watch the footage. One of these clips, we'll put the footage on. The surveillance have captured it. It's so ridiculous. Like the cop, it's so like non-climactic. Like they just are driving. First they run a red light, and then they just seem to just slowly just turn and crash into an establishment.
See, if I was those cops, I would have played it off. I would have smashed into it, and then I would have got out the car and immediately arrested somebody. Caught the criminal. I know y'all always,
motherfucker.
You already be doing. You just be like, no, we had to run the thing. You can't just be like, we did it.
You thought you could escape. You thought you could hide out here, expressing joy at this establishment, feeling accepted and being yourself. Think again, motherfucker.
Yeah, you thought this was a safe space? I will literally smash a car into. God damn. Dude.
So let's go into this part of the article, the part that addresses what everyone is thinking. Police did not immediately address the wreck in public, including discussing whether the officers were tested for the presence of drugs or alcohol in their blood and what the agency's policy is for investigating car wrecks involving its own members. Police confirmed the officer driving the crashed cruiser was not given a breathalyzer because his colleagues determined he was not impaired. Morris's attorney then posted a video showing the cruiser running a red light shortly before it crashed into Bar PM.
Nice.
They were like, don't worry, we don't need a breathalyzer. We got another method, the bro code.
Yeah. How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, he's good. He's just like, oh, well, I mean, that's to be expected, of course. Like, it is insane that, like, that is the most obvious time to, like, you test their blood work for everything. Like, what the fuck happened here? Nothing. Like, no.
I mean, it's a great example of all these the previous cases of cops getting busted for DUI. Like, this is how I imagine it usually goes when cops are caught drinking and driving. Like, we can kind of safely assume that these cops probably got caught drinking and driving, but guess what? No consequences. No consequences. So the fact that they do suffer consequences for DUI so often, it's like, bro, they got to be doing this shit constantly, because usually it ends up like this.
Yeah, it must be such a, I mean, it must be such a problem that, like, that the police departments have to address. Like, y'all have to get in trouble for this, because if y'all don't, it'll just be drunk cops. I feel like what they should do is if they want to, like, up cop recruitment, I feel like they probably do this. They just hang outside rehabs and be like, wait, before you go in, you ever thought about being a cop? you know, before you that's kind of boring. You want a gun?
Yeah.
Like,
look, you did spend a night in jail for drinking and driving, but you got to admit, it was pretty fun.
12 steps, 1 step.
You got home fast.
Yeah.
You got home efficiently.
Damn. Well, that's a great story. That's great.
Great story. And that wraps it up for our main episode. If you want more, every week we got a Patreon episode with all the bonus stories that we don't cover on our main. So sign up for that. That's 4 bonus episodes a month for just $5.
And they're not all sad, but some of them are.
Yeah.
That's just disclaimer.
It's just the nature of the beast.
That's just, yeah.
But hey, thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.